Hi, my name is Joe, and I would like to introduce you to my mom. Her name is Mary. Here's her beautiful picture. It's my mom. And she was an excellent cook. Whatever she cooked, soup, chicken, whatever it may be, and she had to cook for 10 children. And Mom's specialty was actually bacon. Her bacon was so good. She would cook things like malvasadas, biscuits, masa, all kind of Portuguese good foods. And she baked bread that was to die for. In fact, it got me into a lot of trouble. Yeah, we would come home from school, and if she was baking, we could smell it right from the road before we got to the house. And we'll go in and get together, and we'll take a loaf of bread and peanut butter and a knife and go into the banana patch, which was right next to my house. And we'll be out there eating all this bread, bananas, peanut butter, till our bellies were full. And so here comes supper time, and we will sit there and say, Mom, I don't feel good. My stomach hurts and whatever, but she didn't fall for that. She knew what was going on. And she would make us sit there and eat every last bit of our supper. And that didn't stop us, though. Every time we got home, she was baking. I just lost all kind of control and ability to stay away from it. So she had me on that bread that was so good. So here's my daughter, Denise, that has actually got her grandmother's ways about her. She loves to cook, she loves to bake, and I think I'm pretty sure she got my mom's special ingredient, which was love. She put love into everything. And so Denise has inherited that. In fact, she's inherited from both grandmas, because her mother's mother also cooked real good and loved to bake. So I do all this for Denise, who I love very much. Be encouraged, honey.
Hello again, Denise Ash, hanging with Nisi. Today's episode is heritage appreciation for my father's side of the family, which hailed from Azores. When I was a little girl, one of my fondest memories at my grandmother Mary's house was to go over and run in her kitchen and look for pin cookies. I called them pin cookies. I don't know why. Maybe because I couldn't pronounce the real name, which is actually Rosette. So these Rosette cookies were something that my grandmother used to make, as well as sweetbread, like my father mentioned. But the Rosette cookies are one of my favorites. The iron form that we use for Rosette cookies actually was passed down from my grandmother Mary to her daughter Edwina, who then in turn passed them down to me. You can also buy them on Amazon, and I've included that in the link, but they look different. My grandmother Mary probably got them from her mother, and then her mother's mother. It just evokes very fond memories of my grandmother Mary. I really did appreciate the fact that as a kid she showed me so much love. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'd really, really appreciate that. Here's my Rosette cookies, courtesy of Mary DeSilva. Here's what you will need. Pause here to take note of all of the ingredients. You want to start off with your Rosette iron. Then you want to take your flour and sift it into a bowl. Now you want to add your 2 eggs to your mixing bowl, your sugar, your salt. Mix it well until it's smooth. Next you want to add your milk, your vanilla, and your flour. Again, turn the mixer on and mix till everything is incorporated and smooth. Fill up a deep pot with your vegetable oil, about 1/4 of the way. Then you want to turn it on high and heat it till it's 375 degrees. To start, sit your Rosette iron in the hot oil for 1 minute. Shake any excess oil off before putting into the batter. Now dip in the batter quickly and put it right back in the oil. The batter should fall off into the oil pretty quickly. If you need a little help, just use a fork. It should only take a total of 30 seconds to actually brown and crisp the batter the way you'd like it. Once it looks golden, you can remove it from the hot oil, put it on a cooling rack, which should have some paper towels underneath it to catch any excess oil. Now return the iron back to the hot oil and let it sit for a minute, and repeat this process over and over. You should be able to get about 30 to 40 rosettes out of this batter. If you find that the batter is not falling off of the iron into the oil quickly, it might mean that you're just holding it in the batter too long. it will actually cook onto the iron as it sits in the batter. So quickly dip back into the oil. Once you're done, you can take some powdered sugar and sift it on top of your rosettes. You can use a lot or a little, it's just based on your taste. So there you have it, nice and crisp and delicious, straight from the kitchen of Mary DeSilva. Thanks for watching. Till next time, io ti amo.